Hi, everyone. Judge Andrew Napolitano here for Judging Freedom. Today is Thursday, December 15th, 2022. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here on a snowy blizzard-like conditions in the East Coast of the United States. NBC News is reporting that the Pentagon is suggesting openly, which basically means they're leaking it. When you hear what it is, you'll know it couldn't have been leaked without the Secretary of Defense having signed off on it, since he's probably the leaker, and President Biden having signed off on it. The Pentagon is leaking that United States troops may soon be sent to Ukraine as advisors. If you can't see my fingers, I'm doing air quotes. This is how Vietnam began, with a couple hundred troops going there as advisors. Now, the Pentagon says, you ready for this? The Pentagon says they're going to go there with barcodes to confirm the receipt of American equipment, to make sure that the barcode on the equipment on the ground is the same as the barcode as the equipment was in Poland when it was shipped to the Ukraine. And they may also train Ukraine troops in using the equipment. This is extremely dangerous. This is either mission creep or this is a decision to introduce troops on the ground. So the first question is, are they in uniform or out of uniform? Either way, it's a conundrum. If they're in uniform, barcoding equipment, or if they're in uniform, showing Ukrainian troops how to use the equipment, they are fair game for Russian attacks. If they're not in uniform and they're barcoding, or they're not in uniform and they're training Ukrainian troops, then they're not protected at all. Under the Geneva Convention, they can be arrested as spies, and they can be summarily executed as spies. And what happens when some of them come home in body bags, or seriously maimed or injured, or with a limb amputated? Some of us have been predicting this. Alex Jones predicted this a while ago. Colonel McGregor predicted this. Scott Ritter predicted this. I, following up on the expert advice of those who come on this show, have restated what they have predicted. This is very, very dangerous, my dear friends, and it's happening right before our eyes. Can the President of the United States of America introduce American troops on the ground in this theater of war on his own? Regrettably, yes, for 90 days, but he must publicly report this to Congress and see if Congress approves. He can do it for a second 90 days. After that 180-day period, it's up to Congress if Congress wants them to stay or go home. That's the damnable, I'll say it again, damnable War Powers resolution passed over President Nixon's veto. Nixon vetoed it because he thought it crimped his style. It should have been vetoed because it allows the president to bring troops into the theater of war without a declaration of war. So here we go. Did you know that there have been 1,000 Polish casualties already? Antiwar.com is reporting that. 1,000 Polish casualties. That's not deaths. That's deaths and injured. Casualty can be either one. I don't know how many deaths. I would imagine if any of those 1,000 were killed, that we would know about it. So for the sake of erring on the side of being a conservative here, we'll say that 1,000 Polish troops have been injured. They could have been injured in automobile accidents, or they could have been injured by Russian military fire. We're in a very dangerous situation. This release of information about the contemplation of American troops, I mean, it's insane that they would be there just with barcode devices in their hands like we all use at a supermarket. Is that what they're going to risk their lives for on the ground in Ukraine, without a consensus in the Congress, without a consensus by the American people, without there being the slightest danger to the national security of the United States? Joe Biden, what are you doing to us? Or as we get it, Judge Napolitano for Judging Freedom.